Name is Mase.
Yes, Mase. His CD, it went #1, debuted at #1?
Yes.
When I first started doing rap, you know, I was with Puff. Shiny suit, just make it baggy. You know, I'm one of those guys that I'm gonna do what I gotta do regardless.
Today, this went platinum today. Went platinum today.
Mason Beatha, known as Mase, was born in August 1975 in Jacksonville, Florida. Though born in Florida, he eventually moved to Harlem, Manhattan, New York City. Early on, Mase got into some trouble, which his mom disapproved of, so she sent him back to Florida for a while. When he returned older, he started making waves both in music and on the basketball court, playing alongside Harlem native Cameron at Manhattan Center High School.
Speaking of trouble, you know how everybody is in New York. When you get buck wild, when you get out of control, your moms and your pops sends you down south for grandma or somebody to handle business.
Yeah.
So that's what happened to you though, right?
Yeah. So when I first started getting into a little bit of trouble in school, my mother always told me, you gotta go down south. You starting to speed. And I don't want to see you turn out like guys that you know or whatever.
Right.
So I went down south and I came back with a lot of good values, and I came back up here with the mind of a 30-year-old, but I was really like 15.
What part of down south?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Woo, country.
Pig feet, collard greens, lima beans, neck bones.
Yeah. Chitlins, all of that.
Yeah,
all of that.
All the stuff you never eat in New York.
Okay.
Mase couldn't get into Division I colleges because of his grades, so he attended the State University of New York at Purchase on a Division III basketball scholarship. Realizing his NBA chances were slim, he shifted focus to music, writing rhymes, recording demos, and performing in local clubs.
Hey, y'all, good job, man. All right. All right, y'all. Yes. All right. Now, ladies. Gotta get the folks at home some, y'all. Gotta get the folks at home some. We gotta get the folks at home hear some of this, man. This is a chance for folks to know who this brother is because...
Like Cameron, Mase eventually dropped out and returned to Harlem before Cameron came back from college. Around 1993, they formed the rap group Children of the Corn with Bloodshed, Big L, and Herb McGruff.
Bay Area chick cornrows and all. I do it right. I do my wife. I leave the hoes to y'all. Close the boutique, man. I close the mall. See, I jerk my Keiko and Turks and Caicos. When I was waving a Rollie, they was waving a Seiko.
Big L started the group, but it disbanded in the late 90s after the deaths of Bloodshed and later Big L. Another key figure in Mase's story is Cutta Love, whom Mase shouted out in Mo Money, Mo Problems. Introduced by Mase's sister while Mase was staying with her, Cutta was Biggie Small's road manager and later became Mase's manager. At the time, Mase was living rough in a cramped Harlem apartment, barely scraping by. Cutta and Mase flew to Jack the Rapper, a hip-hop convention in Atlanta, where Mase hoped to see the Wu-Tang Clan and meet producer Jermaine Dupri.
It's showtime.
Well, Jack the Rapper was important when I was coming up because there was a lot of people who wanted to be exposed to the industry, and this was an avenue where they can network, and a lot of stars were found there, and a lot of things came out good. You go down there, you learn. They have panels, they have good shows. It's just a great event to be at.
You gotta understand, there's people like Jack the Rapper himself who takes time out and spend money to bring us all up in there.
The hype's got me. I knock 'em out the box and out socks. Cause when I come around, niggas skate like the rocks. My block's hot, so give me all you got. When I'm done rocking, I'll leave you all doing a bus stop.
Though he attended one of Jermaine's parties, he was turned away by bouncers. By chance, Mase ran into Diddy on a dance floor and impressed him with his rapping. Diddy told him not to talk to any other labels once back in New York and signed him to Bad Boy Records within a week.
And this young man is on your label, and his...
Name is Mase.
Yes, Mase. His CD, it went #1, debuted at #1?
Yes, I mean, that's like astonishing. The only other person to do that is like myself and Snoop Dogg and...
How about that, Mase? Congratulations to you. When did you start rapping? How old were you?
I started rapping about 3 years ago.
Yeah?
And I basically went to Atlanta to meet somebody else, but I ran into Puff and he gave me a shot. And I just try to make the best of my opportunity.
And you sure have done that. How does it feel to be 19 and #1?
Feels so good.
Yeah. I'll bet. It beats a lot of other places you could be, right? Yeah.
To make Mase more marketable, Bad Boy dropped his Murda Mase moniker. Similarly, the Locks, formerly Warlocks, changed their name and image under Bad Boy's direction during the shiny suit era. Mase felt Diddy was trying to soften his edge, but he didn't want to come off too soft.
When I first started doing rap, you know, I was with Puff. Shiny suit, just make it baggy. You know, I'm one of those guys that I'm gonna do what I gotta do regardless.
In early 1997, Diddy released Can't Nobody Hold Me Down featuring Mase, leading his debut solo album, No Way Out. The single topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks. Though Puff Daddy was already a successful producer and label owner, few expected his solo debut to blow up like that.
The show you're about to see is a conversation with producer, performer, and all-round record mogul Puffy Combs. It was recorded last March, just after the murder of Puffy's friend and protege Biggie Smalls, the notorious B.I.G., and before the posthumous release of Biggie's album Life After Death. Puffy, a behind-the-scenes man, had already become a star in his own right with his #1 hit, Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. He, of course, had not yet recorded his Biggie tribute, I'll Be Missing You, or released his own hit album, No Way Out.
Years later, Mase explained on Rap Fix Live how the album came together. His demos formed the backbone of Diddy's record. 1997 was a wild year for Bad Boy Records. After a strong start, tragedy struck when Biggie Smalls, the label's flagship artist, was killed in March, leaving a huge void.
And then when I went there to the car, I opened up the door and he was hunched over, and I was trying to talk to him and trying to move him over, and I was trying to tell somebody to call 911, but I was like, by the time they get here, I didn't know what was going on because he wasn't talking back to me, so I just told one of the drivers of security to just jump in the car, just take me to the nearest hospital, please. And we were rushing to the hospital, and there were other cars that were with us and other people that were just following us, and as we got there, everybody helped him out of the car, and as we were driving, I was talking to him, but I wasn't hearing anything. He wasn't saying anything.
Mase stepped up to fill it with his debut album, Harlem World. The lead single, Feel So Good, peaked at #5 on the Billboard Hot 100, easing the pressure of living in Biggie's shadow.
Okay, now I'm talking about Harlem World, Pit of Harlem. What does Harlem mean to me?
All right, I want to get back to what you were saying about all the boroughs that represent. A lot of people was from Harlem, but they was ashamed to say they was from Harlem because there wasn't nobody basically saying I'm from Harlem, and Harlem is a town. So that's what I wanted to do. When I said Harlem, I wanted everybody to feel happy to say they from Harlem, you know, and not say they from Uptown, because Uptown is basically Mount Vernon in the Bronx. That's not Harlem is not Uptown.
So why does everybody think that Harlem is such a negative area? You know, folks that come from out of town are like nervous coming up here. Oh, can't go to Harlem. Oh, can't go to Harlem.
No, Harlem is not the bad spot. It's the people who come here that's not from here that mess it up. Everybody from Harlem just want to get money, and they just want the good life. That's all Harlem is about. Harlem is about making money. That's why they call it money making.
Did you think as a little boy in Harlem that you were having the good life at your fingertips?
I don't know. Basically, I grew up with him, Cam, and Dre right there, and we all went to this school together. We all knew one of us was gonna be successful, but we didn't know which one was gonna be successful, but we basically stayed together. And now I'm the first one. He gonna rap and he gonna model, so we got our plan together.
Okay, these thug models walking the catwalk. They look good, y'all, too. Okay, Rap City don't go nowhere. It's all about Mase, Harlem World. I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Double up. It's not a game.
Harlem World went double platinum by year's end, with 3 singles hitting the Billboard Top 10.
Today, this went platinum today. Went platinum today. Yes. So I'll let you hold your platinum album.
When you think of Harlem World is just something I put together. Because all I knew all my life was Harlem. You know, once I went around the world with Puff, I just saw that it was other people that love me as much as the people from Harlem. So I bring it all together like one unified nation due to all the negativity. It just came up with Harlem World.
Yeah, because a lot of people, you know, kind of relate to that very well now. You know, Harlem World is out there across the country.
Yeah, Harlem World is basically my world, your world, his world, all in one world. Like if you from the Bronx, there'd be Bronx World. You keeping in mind the whole world and you still staying true with yourself.
That rookie year marked the peak of Mase's commercial success. A crazy moment considering it turned out to be his biggest career highlight. Stay tuned for the next episode, where we reveal the breaking moment that changed Mase's life forever. You won't want to miss it.